Another freebie Friday from ClickFix.io, and it's Ken Colwood checking in from sunny Seville in southern Spain. I want you to take a look at these 4 websites and tell me if you see anything that they have in common. So we're looking at Booking.com, TripAdvisor, Yelp, and Amazon.com. Now, besides the fact that they are websites with massive amounts of user-generated content and different products and different suggestions and different things like that, these 4 websites, and indeed a large number of websites on the internet, all make use of social proof in the form of these reviews, right? And this is kind of a continuation on the video that I posted last week in the Ontraport group about the new user review system that we've created with ClickFix. But today I'm going to show you how to create these static review stars that you can use on your pages to add a little bit of social proof to the elements. So let's take a look at one of our templates. This is a template that's available in the marketplace, or if you're a member, it's already shared with you in the back end of Ontraport, and it's called our social proof checkout template. And on this template, what we originally did is we went ahead and we found just some star images, and we didn't decide to vary the stars or anything like that. We just found an image that looked kind of cool with 5 stars. We threw it on there and we ran with it. Now, obviously, using images has advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that they're pretty easy to find, PNG transparent background images that you can just throw up onto your website. The disadvantage, of course, is that they are not easy to scale up or down in terms of the size. And they're also not very user-friendly in the sense that you would have to go out and really search for an icon pack or something like that to be able to find the different levels of stars. So 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars, 2.5, 3.5, 5, 4.5, things like that, right? So we wanted to come up with something, and we needed to come up with something when we started to build out the review system that would be a little bit more flexible, right? Something that could, in our case, something that could accept variables even and calculations to be able to display the proper number of stars. And in so doing, we decided that we were going to go ahead and throw out a new shortcode, a free shortcode, that anybody who wants to just use the static version or even do their own calculations using variables can put stars onto their pages with almost no effort, just one little line of code. So let's jump into the editor and check it out. So here we are in the editor. You can see here that this was an image, right? And instead of this image here, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that, and we are going to use a text element instead in order to show our shortcode. And we're going to do star rating. All right, that names the shortcode, and we're going to say that the rating equals, this is the number of stars that it was given. Let's say it's 5, and out of a max number of 5. And we're going to actually even go ahead and define the star size here. And this is based on pixels. So let's say that we want this to be big, just kind of like our offer here, the offer name headline there. So that way it really shows up. All right, let's go ahead and publish this and check it out. All right, go ahead and refresh the page. And you can see that now we have these 5 stars here, nice and big, right? And what we do is we can go ahead and we can use this flexibility. Like I said, I'm not going to get into all the different variables and things that you can use, but just so you have some reference here, you can always visit doc.clickfix.io and search for star rating, and it'll bring you to this section where you have links to our live demo that shows you the front end, which is what we're talking about right now, and also the back end where you can have somebody build out actually submit a rating that would then be calculated along with the rest. So we're just doing static, but you can see that right now, the static, right, I hard coded that as 5. But it also accepts our variables, and you can look in the docs here to understand how to use the calc shortcode and to create variables and to actually do on page, or even now that we've got the rating system going, even from pulling things from the database to actually build out the full-on rating system. The max just tells you the max number of stars you want to display, right? And then the size, right? Well, this is just based on the pixels, like I said before. So let's jump back into the editor and let's go ahead and replace the rest of them too, right? I'm just going to copy this, and let's say that John Doe here actually wanted his to be, let's say John Doe's was a 4.5. Let's say that Jane Smith gave it a 3. Let's get rid of that. And Joe Blow, he said it was a 5. Right. So you should be able to see how much more flexible it is to be able to just throw on stars, right? Rather than having to go find an actual image that has the right number of stars. Let's say that you wanted to have a 6-star rating system instead of a 5-star. Well, you just change the max. Maybe it's a 4-star instead of a 5-star. Well, you just change the max, right? This just gives you flexibility to throw on the social proof onto your pages in, a matter of seconds. Let's let that publish. And let's jump over to the page, refresh. And whoops, I forgot that I didn't want this one to be so big. So instead of having it be that size, let's say that we want these to be half the size. Let's say that these should be 23 instead. All right. And this is just another one of those things where you're able to come in here and just adjust things on the fly. Oops, not 2. That would be way too small. You'd be able to adjust things on the fly in order to make it flow a little bit with your page design. Go ahead and refresh. And there you go. You've got the star ratings the way you need them to be. That's it for today. If you have any questions, as always, please drop them in the comments below. Questions about this particular shortcode or anything else around what ClickFix.io can do to help you take your Ontraport account to the next level. And we'll be checking in again soon to drop even more information about that star review rating system. If you want information on it, please definitely leave a comment below or subscribe to the YouTube channel. And even feel free to add me as a contact on Facebook and send me a direct message if you'd like more information about how to get that installed for you by our team.